With regard to Donald Trump's failed economic strategy, tariffs, Donald Trump and the administration have been saying that, well, people are just knocking on the door. Every country in the world's coming. They want to cut a deal with the United States of America. They're desperate to cut a deal with the United States of America. So when asked, do you have any deals set up? Can you tell us anything? No, there's no deal set as yet. And he put this tariff situation at 90 days. We're going on about 60 days now. Not one deal cut. And Donald Trump says he's going to do 200. I'm willing to bet that very few countries are knocking on the door. They don't want to deal with Donald Trump because Donald Trump is not trustworthy. He will say one thing and then he will do another. So how do you negotiate with that? Now, somebody once asked him, are you talking to China? Because that's the big one. That's the one that's going to cause us the biggest problems. He says, yeah, we're talking to them every day on the phone and such. China is saying, nah, we're not talking to them. We're not talking to them at all. And today, in a hearing, Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary for Donald Trump, acknowledged there are no talks. There are zero talks with China currently. The biggest trade disaster waiting to happen is just inches away from happening. And Donald Trump and China aren't even talking. I'm willing to bet China has said, fuck you, I can't negotiate with you. You're untrustworthy. You're a liar. Makes no sense to negotiate with you. So when Donald Trump says all these people can't wait to cut a deal, why has not one deal been cut? Why haven't we heard about one deal out of, what's he saying, 200? And why is it that China and now Scott Bessent are saying there is absolutely no conversation between Donald Trump and China? What's going to happen is going to happen. The shelves will be bare. The ships have stopped. This is going to be disastrous. And Donald Trump understands that as well as all of his administrative staff, but they're too proud or too afraid to admit it and try to do something to reverse this. They're going to wait till the catastrophe hits, and then they're going to try to blame it on somebody else. Good luck, because it's Donald Trump, the Trump administration, and the Republicans. When disaster hits, that's who you blame.